Salutations everyone, and welcome to What Mattered, the show where I tell you what mattered in the news this week. The big fight is today, Mayweather versus Pacquiao. If you want to check out how that would be settled in Smash, you can click this link. This is the biggest fight since, I don't know, freaking Hitmonchan versus Hitmonlee, man. Ka-chow, ka-chow, ka-chow. Epic. So, after 18 years, we're getting a new Dragon Ball series. It's going to be called Dragonball Super, and we'll be following the events after Goku defeats Majin Buu. Now, we haven't had a new Dragon Ball in a long time. Akira Toriyama hasn't written anything since 1989. We had that Dragon Ball GT, but that's not canon because of Super Saiyan 5 and all that. But Akira Toriyama is writing this, and it will be premiering in July in Japan, and everyone's going crazy. I mean, the movies have been pretty popular, the games have been popular, that over 9,000 meme just kept Dragon Ball going for a couple more years, so after a long time, we are getting some more Dragon Ball. Hopefully the villain is a little bit cooler than Majin Buu, but yeah. Pretty cool stuff, and I wonder what new Super Saiyan form he's going to have to reach to beat whoever he's going to be facing next. For those of you interested in good old school 3D platformers, there's a Kickstarter that came out a couple days ago for Yooka-Layle, which is the spiritual successor to the Banjo-Kazooie franchise led by a lot of former Rare developers. They said they've been working on this for, a couple months or so, and they launched a Kickstarter, and they surpassed their goal in 40 minutes. By the time this video will be uploaded for you guys to be watching it, they will have passed all of their stretch goals, past $1.2 million. Fairly confident in that, because they're like at 1.1 right now. And so yeah, there's like all their stretch goals have been met so far. They might add new ones, who knows. They'll have plenty of time left in the Kickstarter. They've added all new multiplayer missions and modes and stuff. It's gonna have simultaneous day one release on PS4, Xbox One, Wii U, PC, Linux, and Mac. So really awesome. Cute little characters, 3D platforming, Banjo-Kazooie inspired heavily, and I think that's pretty cool. I think this is like the next step in gaming that we're going to be seeing for a while, of spiritual successors from games that were popular in the past, and people who used to work on those games making spiritual successors to them. We saw that with Mighty Number 9, and we're seeing it with Yooka-Layle, and we might be seeing some more in the future. Also, like we've had a trend for the last couple of years of like indie devs and people making old-fashioned side-scrollers. We have like Shovel Knight and stuff, and like remastered things like DuckTales. Well, I think now the new thing is going to be like old-school 3D platformers. They've also set one of their stretch goals. They have a lot of really awesome stretch goals. $10 and you get the game on Steam. $15 and you get it on the console of your choice. All kinds of other backing stuff. You're going to be in the credits if you only pledge $5. And there's one that's like, I don't know, like 3,000 or something, where you get an N64 cartridge of the game with like N64 graphics, and it'll play on your N64, which is crazy. The $1.2 million stretch goal is a N64 shader in the actual game on the current platform. So just like, yeah, really cool. People are really excited about it, and I mean, it just looks like a good thing all around, and might be setting precedent for other things like this to happen in the future. And speaking of Mighty Number 9, that has an official release date, September 18th. It will be coming out physical and digital copies on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. It will be getting digital releases on the PS3, Xbox 360, Wii U, 3DS, and PlayStation Vita at a later time. But the official launch date is September 18th. I did not know there was going to be a physical copy, so that's pretty cool because I'm a physical copy kind of guy. And with Mighty Number 9, super excited for it. Big Mega Man fan, big Keiji Inafune fan. As you can see, there's his autograph right there. And yeah, just super psyched for it. September 18th. There's also, as many of you know, the animation, the TV show, going to be with it. So yeah, September 18th. Good times. And in more somber gaming news, we have a cancellation. Hideo Kojima and Guillermo del Toro's love child PT has been cancelled by Konami. this is not a huge surprise with the drama going with, you know, Kojima, how, like, he's gonna be kicked out, and they're trying to, like, rebrand everything under Konami instead of Kojima, and just the whole nonsense with that. But understandably, this was gonna happen, but still, Konami, from a Konami perspective, this doesn't make a lot of sense. You have PT, which is, I would think, safe to say, the most successful campaign ever based off of a free demo. I mean, so many people made videos on this demo that takes place in this one little hallway of this one house, and it was so successful. A lot of people were crazy about it, and Guillermo del Toro attached to it, and like a lot of people were super excited for it. We haven't had a Silent Hill game in a while, at least not one of this kind of quality. And while it's not my cup of tea, I realized that, you know, a lot of people were looking forward to this. It brought a lot of, you know, unique elements to it that other Silent Hills didn't have, as well as, you know, bringing that same feel. But they canceled it, which I don't get. You could have had a really good selling game on your hands where it had the most successful demo ever. It's like it's already gone viral, and you have Kojima and Del Toro attached to it. Like, how could that not sell well? But they're like, no, we're just gonna be petty and cancel the game. Or, I don't know. This whole Kojima thing, like, they've been planning to kick him out, but they want to, you know, rebrand everything so it takes less of a hit and hope that the fans won't notice. And now that they're canceling PT, I don't know what more Konami can do to shoot themselves in the foot, but looks like they're running out of bullets to do that. The PlayStation Plus games and Xbox Games for Gold games have been announced. They're mostly already out, and here they are. PlayStation 4 users are getting Ether 1, Guacamelee Super Turbo Edition, Race Against the Sun, Unfinished Swan, Ho Hokum, and besides Ether 1 and Guacamelee, all those games are also coming out on PlayStation 3, as well as the PlayStation Vita, who is also getting Marasakai Baby themselves. So these games will be able to be downloaded for free starting on the 5th, so if you missed any from the last month, go ahead and get those because you only got 3 days. Xbox Games for Gold, after having the best 2 months of their tenure, have really taken a step back and only offering us 3 free new games, as well as a holdover from last month in Pool Nation FX. Xbox One users are getting that and Castle Storm the Definitive Edition, and 360 owners starting yesterday could download Mafia 2, and starting on the 15th they get Formula Racing 2013. Either way, a 2-year-old racing game, which is weird. Are they going to give us, like, what, Madden 2010 next? Just super disappointing for Games for Gold especially. Also a little disappointing for PlayStation Plus after they both had a last good couple of months. Hopefully this changes in June, but it's a bit of a disappointment. And finally, Michael Fassbender said that the Assassin's Creed movie will start filming in September. We still have no news on what role he's going to be playing, who else has been casted in the movie, which assassin is going to be covering. The smart money is on Ezio Auditore da Firenze instead of Altair, who was the first assassin, but we still don't know. We don't know if they're going to stick in that assassin time period, or if they're also doing the whole Desmond Animus relationship. There's a lot of different ways that they could go with it. You know, they want to make sure that they make the best movie-going experience, even if that means they skip the whole Desmond thing, or if they skip the whole Altair thing. I realize that, you know, that formula might not be best for a movie-goer experience, so I'm going to trust these guys. I mean, this has been in gestation for a while, a lot of setbacks, but Fassbender is still attached to a project, which is a good sign. And it's still Assassin's Creed, which is also a good sign. So they're going to start filming in September. I assume we're going to hear more and more casting news and some details about, you know, what game that they're going to be doing, and if or not they will have, you know, the time differences with Desmond and the assassin of his ancestry at the same time, or if they're just going to be choosing, you know, the ancestor. But still looking forward to it, regardless of the little information that we have. I just hope they do it right. Anywho, the Bluffers, that is what mattered this week. If you'd like to know what matters in the future, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time.